Good morning, guys. It is springtime, and this is a tour of our vegetable garden and our syntropic mango agroforestry area. This is a flowering vine. It's supposed to provide purple flowers, and I want this to kind of envelop this area and welcome us. Welcome to the Stanley Farm. Here's cilantro. It's starting to go to seed, and I love cilantro. And here's our attempt to propagate some grapes, and it looks like it's failing. And here's a chaya that we're propagating. These are fountain grasses. We want more perennial grasses in our area. This is a perennial curly kale. And here's our attempt of a snail growing system. And these are just foam sheets. And here we are growing. We're trying to grow some beefsteak tomatoes, some cucumbers, and this is probably bitter gourds, I believe. But things starting to come out, so you can see. This is our wonderful leafy greens. We got the purple lettuce and the green lettuce, and during the winter time you can actually eat these dandelions, but we just feed this to the chickens right now. It's probably very bitter because of the heat. And we use this area too for propagation. As you can see, we're propagating more and more of these lavenders. And here's a broccoli that's gone to seed. Okay, these flowers, they do taste really good. Okay, they taste almondy, really almondy, and a slight broccoli taste, the good kind of broccoli taste, and I really like it. This is our bok choy that has gone to seed, and the flowers are also very tasty. Just make sure there's no aphids in there. Looks clean. Very nutty, almondy, maybe a little bit of pistachio taste, at least to me. Really pleasant tasting. Add these to your salads, okay? And I've never tasted these things, so I might as well try for you guys. Nope. Maybe a little too far in the seed process. And here's a I don't know, I think this is I forgot what kind of papaya this is. A different kind of papaya. It's a mountain papaya. And we're propagating some more arrowroot plant, chop and drop plants here in this bed. Here we have garlic chives, this celery, and these broccolinis, I believe. This broccoli. And you know, surprisingly, these broccolis, I mean, they're tiny, but man, they taste pretty darn good. You can eat these just green. I never thought that you could eat broccoli green. I thought you always had to cook them, but they're pretty good. Like, I actually snack on these on the daily when I'm off. I would imagine that when it gets a little warmer, that they get a little bit more spicier. And these are just very pleasant. They're starting to get that spicy taste to them because it's starting to get hot. We're hitting like mid 80s now. But there's another cilantro going to seed or going to flower. We need to trim some of these because these are too many celeries, and we'll probably plant some cucumbers in here. Here's more of that broccoli plant. Here is the Egyptian walking onion. Or no, actually it's not Egyptian walking. This is the red onion. Here's a Russian kale, very tasty in salads. Look at that. We don't spray with poisons. and they do tremendously well. Look at that. Nothing's eating these guys. Very awesome. And it's just compost, a lot of compost. Here is a perennial purple tree collard, very tasty in salad, especially in the winter, or just when it's cold. They taste very, very good. And here's my obsession with mango trees. Just had to buy more because I want to graft more varieties. Look at this guy. Okay. So here we also have grapes. Yeah, it's a grapevine. I believe this is a Thompson seedless, and it's gonna go up these trellises. Here, in this garden bed, let me give you a brief overview first. This. All right, so we're planting a lot of these. This is a chard in our, we're planting a lot of these too, not because we eat a lot of it, but our chickens love it. More of the curly kales, more of the purple tree collards, and we're planting a lot of these potatoes right there. We want to have a lot of potatoes, and gophers love potatoes, and this area is protected from gophers, so hopefully we'll get some good potatoes this year. Here's some cucumbers, and the trick with cucumbers, guys, if you plant them too early in the rainy season, they will get rot in the stem, and you'll think that the roly-polies and the slugs are eating them, but they're really not. They're just weak. They just get weak because of the rot. So the key to that, at least in my experience, is to wait until like mid-April when the rain's over, and when you plant it, don't water the entire thing. When you plant it, just water the surrounding area right here very gently. Try not to get the stem wet, and if you do, just make sure you should water in the morning so that it dries up. At least the stem dries up, and you prevent that rot. And I think that's the key with a lot of these squash plants, a lot of these cucumber plants, and especially watermelons. I mean, I've had a difficult time growing watermelon over the years, except my first year, and I realized that's the issue. Or just plant it a little bit later in the season, maybe mid-April to late April, and you'll be fine. At least here in San Diego. Here, I didn't feed the chickens yet. They're hungry. Here's the pepper plant, and here is a bush bean. So look at these potatoes, beautiful potatoes, and got a little bit of alley cropping. This is one of Jeff Lawton's favorite support trees, and we call it ipil in the Philippines. It's called Lucina, and we got some dragon fruits growing in here that we planted last fall. More of the beans. This is galangal, and here's another of that ipil. Plant some strawberries, more galangal, and you can't see it, but well, now you can. This is a Akamuru tomato that we're trying to grow. We'll put down a string that comes from there, and we'll train it upwards in a single stem method. And I'll show you another tomato that we're doing the same way so that you can see what we're actually trying to do here. This is sage. We're going to be using this as a ground cover layer, and so we're propagating it. And here's the purple variety of sage. We're just trying to provide different colors, different varieties, and we're just trying to spread it all throughout the food forest. And here's more cucumbers. Okay, looking good. Here's we're trying to propagate and multiply our grape vines, and we're just taking cuttings and just sticking to the ground. We're propagating more of these butterfly bushes, Okay, before we continue, let's go ahead and feed the chickens, shall we? Because they're hungry. I'm sorry, Mama. All right. I'll get them a lot more greens, but let's go ahead and give them some of these. Okay. There's our compost piles. And it's gotten pretty hot. Look at that. Thanks to the chicken poop. All right. Okay. Let me in. Let me through. There we go. So we have been weeding throughout the property, and we're putting it here for the first stage of composting, allowing them to mix in with the chicken poop. And here's their fermented grains. I love this stuff. Okay, all right, watch out, you're gonna get wet. Okay. And we'll refill that. Okay, and that. And we will refill that for 12 chickens. You get about this much of feed, organic feed a day, and the rest we grow their feed. Okay, just like that. So we allow them to ferment for 24 to 48 hours. That's why we got these 2 buckets. So preferably we do it for 48 hours. And oh yeah, here's some bread. That's not quite stale, but you know, my brother buys these and he buys too many. Oh, sorry. And they love it. So we give them a few of those and they will eat it. Okay, later on we'll give them some other stuff. Some leafy greens. All right, well, since we're here, all right, so here's our cassava plants, and these are almost a year old. We will harvest this year. More chards. Lucky said let's play, but after the video, buddy. After the video. Here's more cucumbers, or it could be melons. We'll find out later. These are fava beans. It's our first year growing them. I think there's some beans that we need to harvest. Purple tree collard. Got some onions. We have some very sad garlic here. They're so sad looking. So sad. More cucumbers. More chard. Believe this is a I forgot what this is called, but this is a support plant. It is a legume. I forgot what it's called. Sorry. Here's our sad attempt this year of trying to grow some snap peas. I mean, we grew them really well for 2-3 years, and then last year and this year I don't know, they just never germinated, or when they do germinate they get eaten by the snails or the roly-polies, or I don't know, they probably got rot. I'm not too sure. But here's a beautiful lettuce, and here's a volunteer tomato plant from seeds that has dropped. It's a cherry type tomato. Okay, good tasting. And here we have a purple cabbage. We have more broccoli. I think this is parsley. This is volunteered from seeds from last year. And we're propagating some salvia from cuttings. This, I forgot what this plant is. You guys know this, I just forgot what it is. And you actually add this to the salads. These flowers, they're really awesome in salads, and I hear it's pretty good for you, so use those. And these greens here, they're medicinal. My mother-in-law is growing these, and they're too bitter. This is a plantain plant. I don't know if she uses them for teas. I'll find out, and I'll post it in a later video once I figure out what she uses those for. But more potatoes. And here is our green eating banana. I believe this is a saba from the Philippines. Here's more chayas, more onions there. And we're trying to grow some more tomatoes somewhere down there. That's right there. That's a San Marzano that we're trying to grow. I think it's starting to germinate down there. And here is a tomato plant that we're growing. Look at that beautiful cluster. This is how we like to grow our tomatoes, in a single vine. And we put up this rope right here, and we probably need to make it higher, and I probably need to put a support over here. We'll put a rebar that can help keep this up. And as this grows and we start to harvest the bottom, we will cut all the leaves and all of the tomatoes, and we will start to lower down the rope and allow this to continuously grow upwards in a single stem, while the lower stems will just kind of coil up in a circle. And yeah, so we're doing that. And we got these fava beans, and they are getting hit with aphids. Look at that. We're just gonna leave it alone. We'll get the ladybugs will come over here. There's some insects that fly at night. It's parasitic wasps, I believe they're called, and they'll take care of these guys. It's okay. We'll let nature take care of that. I mean, we got beans already. Look at this, beautiful beans. We need to harvest some fava beans. I don't know how to cook them other than boil them. But so if you have any recipes, let me know. We're trying to grow some strawberries here. We got some broccolis. These are the tiny kind of broccolis. Yeah. Here's the other side of this planter that we created. And we got green cabbage. We got, that's a cucumber growing right there. Pepper plants. And kohlrabi. I don't know if this is kohlrabi or purple collared. I thought we planted kohlrabi in here, but I guess they're not kohlrabi. I thought these were kohlrabi, but maybe not. Maybe we got the wrong seeds, guys. So yeah, look at all of these fava beans. Check that out. Yep. So that's our vegetable garden. And this entire area right here is our version of our Centropic mango agroforestry.